welcome to my channel. Welcome to Shaw Herbal Medicine. This is where we give you herbal knowledge to help you to live a wellness life. At least that's what we hope that this information will do for you to help you to live a wellness life and so forth. We do give you some herbs that you may have heard of, and then we may give you some that you may not be familiar with and so forth. And we do name the symptoms and so forth that these herbs may help you and all that. So I'm not going to hold you long. You know I don't like a long video. So let's get started. I have spoken to you about Battlewracks once before. This hair is always not right. Get on here to do my hair. Okay. We're going to be talking about Battlewracks today and so forth. And I think I've made a video on this once before, but Battlewracks has came back around. So we're going to be doing this video again to give out this information and so forth. And one of the reasons is I do have a friend who had thyroid problem and about to have thyroid surgery. Battlewrack is one of those herbs that does help aid in thyroid issues and things like that. So we'll see how all this goes with my friend and so far with the thyroid issues. I think she's scheduled to have surgery in a few days or something like that. Okay. Battlewrack is our herb, and we do have it in herbal capsule form. Now you can use Battlewrack in a couple formulations and things like that. I believe you can have a cup of tea and so forth. And when there is tea, when you can have it in a cup of tea, I always recommend it because it's liquid. It goes down faster and it starts to do its job faster. We do have say herbal capsules and so forth. And one of the reasons that I do recommend herbal capsules and so forth, because a lot of people are like on the go and so far and everything, and they don't have time to sit down, before a cup of hot tea, just like with mullein, for instance, and so forth. We do have mullein herbal capsule, mullein herbal tea, and things like that, because a lot of people, don't have time to sit down and have that cup of tea until probably later that day. But they can take the capsule throughout the day. That's going to also help them, and then maybe in the afternoon so far have that cup of tea. Now we're not talking about mud. I just want to throw that in as an example. Okay. And Battlewrack is one of those type of herbs and so far. It does work with your dietary system. It do help you weight loss. It do help with the digestive system. It also helps with reducing inflammation and so forth. So if it's good and aids inflammation, it's going to aid joint pain and things like that, because usually that's where the pain comes from, inflammation and so forth into the joints and saying, and that's what creates the pain. So we do have it does help skin and so forth. Skin and your skin and so far. So you can also use this. You can also formulate it in a way that it can help your skin health. Okay. I also said I already mentioned joint health. Heart health and so forth is great for that, and it also helps the immune system, to function properly and so forth. And again, it also do help with the thyroid and so forth. So let's get into how it helps with the heart. Okay, it helps keep the hearts regulated and so forth and things like that. You do know a heart beats like so many minutes per, well, so many minutes per day or seconds or whatever and so forth and things like that. And in order for it to do its job and so far, you do, you can, this here will help you and help regulate the heartbeats and all that. Okay, some people do have irregular heartbeats and so far, which is the reason why I mentioned the heartbeats, because some people do have irregular heartbeats. My granddaughter actually has irregular heartbeats at some points in time and things like that. So, and that's again why I mentioned that part. So yeah, this is a great herb to have. It covers so many major issues, major illness, and things like that. A lot of people don't think thyroid is a big issue and so forth, but it actually is, and everything. And this is one of the herbs that does help with thyroid health. It helps to keep the thyroid healthy. Again, it also helps, with the immune functions and so far. It helps I'll get right in a minute, boost the immune system and keep it functioning and so far. So this is a great herb to have around your house and so far and things like that. Most herbal medicine do have a ingredients that do cover a lot of illness and so far. Herbal medicine don't just cover one thing. It does cover several things and things like that. And herbal medicine does help you to heal. It is not um, a quick things like like traditional medicine where say if you got a headache and you take an aspirin, headache is gone. Herbal medicine does not work like that. It has a healing process and so far. And once you start taking herbal medicine and so far, you need to be consistent with that in order for it to get into your system to work. Now, whenever I recommend herbal medicine so far, I always do the 10-day standard. And the 10-day standard with me is if the herbal medicine is going to help, and so far, within that 10 days, you should see some kind of progress, and so far, and everything. And if you don't see any progress within that 10 days, then you know that you may need to change it and so far to a different herbal medicine and so far. And just like traditional medicine and so far, sometimes you do have to change medicine or herbs and so far to get it right to help you with your issue and so far. Just like traditional medicine, you have to go back to your doctor, get them to change it because this is not working and things like that. And then they change it and give you something else, and etc. etc. Sometimes herbal medicine do work the same and all that and so far. But like I said, I do the 10-day standard with me. If the herb is not working or not doing anything for you, if you don't see any progress at all, then you know that maybe you should also try something else. Okay, so and I do this all the time whenever I recommend and so far, and I always ask my clients and so far to please contact me within 10 days to let me know that what is the results from the herbal medicine, and then I document it and all this and that, which is the reason why I continue to do the 10-day standard test and so forth to see if the actual herbal medicine is working and so forth and things like that. So if it's not working and so forth, I probably can recommend something else. Okay. Again, we are talking about battle racks and so forth. And battle racks does have ingredients in that works like a dietary um, fiber for your digestive system. It aids in weight loss. It is a good aid for your digestive health. It does reduce inflammation, which includes joint pain, because again, the inflammation gets into the joint and actually creates the pain. So, um, also, it is good for heart health. Heart health, it helps you to keep your heart beating at a normal rate and things like that. Because some people do have irregular heartbeats and things like that. And also do help the immune system function, which means it helps boost the immune system to keep everything going, and also the thyroid health and so forth. Um, it helps the thyroid to be healthy and so forth and things like that. So these are really you know this is really a great herb to have around the house for these particular symptoms and things like that. You know, if you cannot use these herbs that we have given you knowledge of, pass it on. Maybe somebody else can use it. And as I always say, before you begin herbal regimen, make sure you seek a healthcare provider or herbalist or healthcare provider and all that. Make sure you do some research yourself. Check it out. You know, do some research to see, you know, what this herb is actually telling you and so forth and things like that. So you don't have to just take my word for it. You know, do some research yourself and so forth. And the information that I do share and so forth comes from also me doing my own study with my clients and so forth, which is again one of the reasons I do have them to do the 10-day standard test and so forth to let me know, you know, what this herb is actually doing. Is it helping you and blah 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 and all that. And I'm pretty sure other herbalists and so forth are doing the same thing. Now, doctors don't necessarily do that and so forth because if the medicine is not helping them, the patient and so forth, they're going to contact the doctor and let the doctor know that, okay, this is not working and so forth. I need you to give me something else. Which herbalists don't really have that type of rapport with their clients and things like that. Some of them you do, and some of them you don't, and all that. But it's always recommended that you, you know, say that to the clients and so forth about the 10-day standard. Let you know whether it's working or not. So, anyway, I hope this information has helped you, or hope you can pass it on to someone else and so far. Today we did talk about battle racks and all that, and I hope that you will give it a try if you need to and so forth. And we will be back next week with another herbal knowledge. All right, thank you for joining. And if you haven't, please subscribe.